Welcome everybody and good afternoon. I am so glad that we could be here with you today to talk about healthy aging, something that's really near and dear to our hearts. I am Dr. Carillon Stites. This is Dr. Carl Cadwell, and we are the founders of VibraGenix. We make this wonderful VibraSonic machine, and it's one that you actually have there at the Carillon, so we wanted to talk to you a little bit about it and help get you educated and kind of up to speed and see what we can do to help you out. If you see the link on the screen here, you can help support Feeding South Florida by donating. That would be great, something we're all trying to promote. And we appreciate your support. So today we're going to talk about a few things, and I'll just briefly run through them. The science of sound is one of them, and bridging the gap between Eastern and Western medicine, which is very, very near and dear to me. Longevity and the quality of life.
Which is very near and dear to me.
To all of us, I think. And the fact that as we age, we are more prone to injury. We also don't recover as quickly when we exercise or do athletic events, things like that. So we need a little extra support for rapid recovery. We're going to talk a little bit about incorporating lightweight exercises into your VibraSonic routine and the relationship between cell voltage and aging.
That's the real magic.
That's the real magic right there.
Yes, it is.
We also are going to offer a free health assessment, and then there's a question and answer period at the end. So I'm also going to make an offer today a little bit. If you do the health assessment and you do want a brief consultation with me, just a 15-minute consultation. I'm going to throw that out there. I'm willing to do that for any of you. Okay, let's talk about the science of sound frequencies. So this is not woo-woo or voodoo or anything like that. Everybody is familiar with sonic frequencies from things that have been used a long time in the medical industry, like ultrasound. More recently, in the aesthetics department, they're doing non-invasive lipo, skin tightening, all those kind of things with sound frequencies. They've also used it for pain management. And we all are super aware of sonic toothbrushes, sonic water picks. If you go to the dentist, they're going to use sonic waves to clean your teeth. So it's been around for a long time. There's actually about 80 years worth of sound frequency research, and it's all inside the software in this machine. So we'll talk more about that later. So bridging the gap between Eastern and Western medicine. This is near and dear to me because I was raised in a traditional medical background. But a lot of doctors in my family. By the time I was 5, I wanted to be one. And by the time I was ready to go to medical school, I thought, I wonder why we're like cutting out a tumor or removing a disease, and we're not doing anything to address the root of the problem, how to get there in the first place. It will come back, manifest someplace else in the body. Why aren't we working at it from another angle as well? And I'm a big believer in Western medicine. Emergency medicine is great. I believe if you have a tumor, great, get rid of it. But I think there's a lot of other things you can do. So I took a hard right, went into naturopathic medicine, and I got a master's in nutrition. Then I started studying Eastern medicine and kind of integrated them all. That became my dream, is to build a bridge between the two. And that is the essence of what this machine is. It actually integrates all the global medical philosophies. And it's a great weight loss system. That's a plus.
That's a global problem too.
As we get older, especially women after menopause, it's a lot easier to gain weight. So it kind of keeps your body, it takes it to its correct weight, and then you stay there. So let's talk a little bit about Eastern medicine. So Eastern medicine is really interesting to me because they believe that all dysfunction, disorder, and disease is the result of an energy blockage in your body. And that energy blockage can be emotional, it can be mental, it can be physical. Any kind of trauma tends to get stuck in the body. So getting on this machine, according to the Qigong or Association, or the over in Korea, they say 10 minutes on here is equal to doing 90 minutes of Tai Chi or Qigong as far as energy movement in the body. So that is what we want. And this is where I see what seems like miracles on this machine. Somebody with 10 years or 20 years of chronic pain in a body part, they'll be on here for sometimes a day, one use, sometimes it takes a week of repeated use, sometimes a month, but it just magically goes away. And that's because if you have something chronic and long-term that rapidly goes away, that means it was based on an energy block in that part of your body. So clearing those is really important. A lot of you have heard of chakra balancing. There's a chakra balancing program. If a chakra or energy center in the body is blocked, you'll tend to get a chronic, emotional, mental, or physical ailment that just sticks with you, sometimes for 30, 40 years. So it's really important to move the energy. There's also ancient tones for healing. 528 is in here. They call it transformation and miracles, but actually UCLA, Stanford, and Harvard all studied that frequency and found that it actually regenerates DNA. So you actually find that these medical philosophies work really well together. Here's a video that we'd like to show you that kind of is a, I don't know, it's a good example.
Go ahead and start telling your story.
Well, my name is Don Noble, and I'm going to say 10 years ago, I got bucked off of a horse out here on a piece of concrete and tore this whole muscle group out of my shoulder and stuff. And when I first went to them, they said there wasn't anything they could do. So we just let it heal. And then I went and had another test done, and I said, well, I thought they could do something with it. But I got this deal and started working with it. Since I've done it, I have had not any problems with my shoulder at all. I was basically living on Advil and stuff. My arm would go to sleep, hands go to sleep, and different things, and couldn't reach out and pick up a cup of coffee or anything. And since I've started using this, I think there's been maybe 2 times in 2 months that I've taken an Advil, but it wasn't really so much for my shoulder, it was for my neck. So I've been really tickled with it. So,
And how long was it from the time you started using that until you saw
I've
results?
some results. I'm going to say 3 days.
3 days. That's
Yes.
unheard of.
Yeah.
It was 3 days.
Because I mentioned it to my wife and says, yeah, it's a, and I can't believe that I haven't had any pain.
Yeah.
And I've talked to another guy about it, and he can't wait to get over to try it. And we had another friend that has insomnia, can't sleep. He come over one evening, and we talked him into getting on it. He went home, slept all night, couldn't believe it. Just
Yep.
with one trip.
Yeah, those insomnia programs, you don't want to run them if you're going to drive somewhere.
Yeah. I come in and he
Yeah.
was sitting on the foot of this thing, sitting there. He says, "Man, I'm give out." You know, and it was a 10-minute run, not any kind of a
But
big
his
thing.
wife ran it on fatigue, and she was raring
Yeah,
to go.
she was raring to go,
What's
and he
wrong
was
with
went
you?
to sleep. So it's been really a different deal for us. I mean, I'm on it every day. So,
Yeah. Great. Thank you.
All right, that's a great example of having blocked energy in the body. All right, natural medicine. This is my area of education, and sound frequency research really falls under that. It's used in traditional medicine, so it's kind of branches over all 3 categories, from Eastern to natural to Western. We just happen to list it here. And again, those 80 years worth of sound frequency research is buried in the computer on this machine. We have a couple of different programs, that 3 of them total in here, that incorporate hundreds of different frequencies. So really important, sound frequencies' ability to heal the physical, mental, and emotional body. And energizing the cells with sound frequencies is really, really profound. We're going to go into this a little bit later, but it really is the true magic of how this machine gets your body to heal itself. I don't say that this heals everything, but it can sure get your body to do what it needs to do to heal itself. It gives it all the tools it needs. There's a guy named Otto Warburg that won a Nobel Prize for his work on cell voltage. And cell voltage, getting that up, that is the key to rapid healing, rapid recovery, to vitality, to energy, to anti-aging. All right, Western medicine. Yes, what we were probably most deeply rooted in, especially him. In fact, he thought this, because I've been with this kind of technology since its inception 16 years ago. I imported another machine before we made one, and he thought it was voodoo. But then
Woo-woo, voodoo,
and then he used
black
to,
magic, who knows?
but I finally put one at his and his wife's place, and he used it. And maybe you should tell your little experience.
Well, we ended up buying 8 of them, put them in the health clubs and out to our families. And my personal experience, I mean, I just felt rejuvenated when I got on it. But when I was water skiing, I tore up a rotator cuff and a in my deltoid muscle. And they said surgery, and I said, how long can I wait? Because I knew that she had brought over this amazing machine to the house. And my hand was all swollen. I got on it and I ran lymph drainage, and my hand returned back to normal. Basically, all that swelling disappeared about 30 minutes after I got off the machine, but I still couldn't raise my arms. And after doing it for 2 months, I had full range of motion and no pain. It took me another couple months to get all my full strength back again. And it's still full range of motion and no pain. It's been awesome.
Yeah, so after that, from that moment forward, he became a believer and decided this was maybe something to it, a little bit more legitimate than woo-woo. So it's great technology. So for Western medicine, back. Thank you. We want to talk a little bit about the Western medicine capabilities of the machine. So let's talk a little bit about the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is basically a vacuum cleaner for your bloodstream. For every major blood vessel, artery and vein, there's going to be 4 lymphatic vessels, constantly cleaning it out, removing debris, sending it to lymph nodes. Your body sends all these great little cells to start chewing up and destroying all the bacteria and waste products. So it's super important for the health of the body. In fact, traditional medicine or Western medicine is now looking at a congested lymphatic system as being the underlying cause of all disease. So that's very important, and I haven't seen anything better than this for moving the lymph in the body. It's incredible for that. The lymphatic system doesn't have any kind of pump. Circulatory system, you have your heart as a pump. Lymphatic system doesn't have one. So it's really important, relies on muscle action and one-way valves to move the lymph. This has the perfect frequencies. There's additional frequencies in the software for moving the lymphatic system and detoxifying the system. Also increases bone density. They've done a number of studies on increasing bone density and reversing bone loss, so osteopenia, osteoporosis. Really important to address that, and this is one of the best ways to do it. You strengthen your muscles. You'll actually tighten, tone, and strengthen muscles up to 50–60% faster if you do weights and resistance bands while on vibration. This is pure vertical vibration. Actually increases kind of the gravitational field. It was originally developed for the space programs to prevent bone and muscle loss in space. The original model was like 50 years ago. 1 10-minute session is equal to an hour of cardio. So it's a good way to get your cardio up, stimulate your circulation, and the best part, rapid recovery from pain and injury. And the older we get, the more prone we are to get injured, and the slower we are to recover. So this is kind of your magic weapon.
You know, the quality of life, that's where I am. I still live life at full speed at my ancient age, and I still love it. And but one of the things you get on here, one of the things that you get here is when you get on it, you become aware of where you are in space. You have a kinesthetic awareness. That's the reason you can touch your finger to your nose when your eyes are shut. It also makes you aware of your posture, makes you aware of your breathing. It helps you to breathe into the depths of your lungs. The bottom part of your lungs are typically unused, and it helps you with muscle tone. And so you kind of sense where the tension is in your body, and you can get it to release, and you can break through and get your postural changes that you need, and you can be able to improve your balance. And so I do this basically every day, and this is what I experience when I'm on this. Oh, weight loss. This was, Carillon did an awesome study at one of my clubs, and we did a 1-month study, and we had 28 individuals that finished the study, and we asked them, don't change anything with your diet or exercise, and the average weight loss on the 28 people was 4.1 pounds per person, not changing anything else. And they also lost 13.7 inches average per person in that same 30-day period. But the more exciting part of this was the subjective measures that they did, and where we looked at, this was part of Carillon's brilliance to see what's going on here. You know, some of them changed a lot, like stress. I mean, it almost went in half, and fatigue went way down. They started using this. Their pain dropped, their sleep improved, and depression became less. And so these are all subjective measures, and these are the same kind of things that virtually everybody gets on these machines experiences. And you have one of these at the Carillon, so you can experience these things too.
A couple things to add. It was a 1-month study, 3 times a week, 3 20-minute sessions, that's it. Asked them to drink more water and make no other changes. We also played the frequencies in here for weight loss and depression, fatigue, which are the mood elevation frequencies, and stress relief, because everybody has stress in their life, unfortunately. And playing those together with the whole body program was really effective. All the studies I'd seen before had been long-term, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. And I really wanted to see what kind of influence we could have in a very short period of time. So it was really fascinating to me to see these kinds of results.
So we want to all rapidly recover, and we have a great video here on somebody that does this at home and does it every day. Why don't we go ahead and play that video?
Hi, my name is Rick Callies. This is Tanya Callies. We're here to give the testimony for the machine, the VibraSonic machine. We've had ours about a year, and I absolutely love it. It's part of my morning routine. I use it 7 days a week, 20 minutes every morning. I've got a pinched nerve in my shoulder. It's helped a lot there. I've got a broken toe. It's healed that in 2 weeks. It's feeling great. And this year is my first year I've never taken allergy pills. I've been putting the allergy settings on, and it works great. I don't have any desire to take an allergy pill. I feel great. So what about you?
Well, the reason we got it is I've had neck problems for over 10 years. So I was in demo derby and got T-boned and ended up hurting my neck. It's hurt for years. And they told me I needed surgery, and I really wanted to avoid surgery. So when I talked with Carl and Linda, we decided we would try one of these machines and got on it, faithfully did the neck exercises for 20 minutes a day, no big deal. But I think it was within a month, all of a sudden my neck was completely fine, no pain, and I haven't had pain since. I've not had any problems at all. So no surgery, no problems with the neck. That's pretty impressive to me. And I don't use it as much as him, but I do get on it for if I have any aches and pains and stuff, or if I want like a mood elevation. So if I need an attitude adjustment, I'll get on it. And
Okay. I use it for energy boost, and I use it for inflammation, and I'm sold on the machine. I absolutely love it. I'm glad we found it, and I wouldn't give it up for anything.
there you go. All right. One of the things I wanted to add was that after the neck started feeling better, one of the things that was incredible for me was to be able to actually start doing more things. And so I started learning to ski, getting up on one ski, and that changed everything for me. I'm probably in the best shape I've ever been in my life. And I don't eat super healthy. I mean, the people that know me know I like my Oreos and corn dogs, but this machine gave me the next step to be able to start doing more things. And then that just changed everything for me. So.
That was really interesting to hear, actually, on the allergy thing that he was talking about. In this area, allergies have been the worst they've been in many, many years. Some people say the worst ever. And these are people that deal with allergies all the time, and they've just been horrendous around here. Apparently it didn't get cold enough last winter to kill off all the mold spores, is what the allergists are saying. So it's just been a really tough year for that, and it's really interesting to see that somebody's using the allergy settings on the machine consistently instead of medication, and I love that.
One of the things that we encourage is to do weightlifting on the machines. You can either use bands or you can use dumbbells and light weights. And so we end up strengthening the bones and muscles. We build up mineral density in the bones, which helps with osteoporosis and osteopenia. It prevents muscle loss, and actually you can increase your muscle strength even as you age. And a lot of people have insulin resistance because of their lifestyles, and it helps with that too, reversing that, so the insulin becomes more effective and you don't have to keep producing more insulin to get the same insulin production that you need to keep cells healthy. A lot of exercises on there that you can do, and I'm not going to go through these in details, but you can do one-leg stands, you can do the slow march, you can do squats just using your body weight, you can lunge on one leg, you can do planks, and you can do push-ups, and I didn't get down and do one, but I can.
The other something I want to add too here, we've just started on a venture of making exercise videos, 10-minute and 20-minute videos at beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels, so that people can work out on the machine and know what to do. We have some really good trainers, and they're putting together the choreography, and that'll be available before too long. So that'll be an additional experience that maybe we can get into the Carillon there since you have a machine. Put it on a screen so you can do your workout. Here, I wanted to touch on this a little bit more extensively. So cell voltage, this is the magical part that I was talking about when Otto Warburg did his work on this. This actually, these slides were actually taken by a chiropractor, and she actually had a power plating mechanical machine, and then she got a sound vibration, which is this, and started doing before and after live blood cell analysis on the mechanical, patients on the mechanical, and patients on the sound machine. And what she found was on mechanical vibration, it does shake the cells, but it doesn't increase the energy inside the cells. So the before and after pictures of the blood cells look the same. After 10 minutes on sonic vibration, your cell voltage comes up enough that those cells push away from each other. So healthy cells have a cell voltage of 70 to 90 millivolts, and this is negative. So negative and negative push apart from each other. Once those cells are pushed apart, then you have healthy cells to not only replicate, but to actually heal themselves. They bring in more nutrients and oxygen, they get rid of more waste products, they function better. If you get yourself injured, you recover faster. It's amazing when you have, that's where your vitality comes from, is your actual cell voltage. So most people walk around at about 50 millivolts, just due to environmental toxins and lack of exercise, improper diet, whatever it is. The people that are sick all the time, they always catch a cold, they catch kind of everything that comes along. Those people's cell voltages are around negative 30 millivolts. And when you get down to negative 5, your body goes into a shutdown process and you start having organ shutdown and then death. So increasing your cell voltage is key, and this is a wonderful way to do it. As you can see, the top slide is before 10 minutes, bottom slide is after 10 minutes of sonic whole body vibration. So I haven't found anything besides sound frequencies that have had this kind of profound effect. It's just, it's really quite unheard of. Carl and his wife, I know they had their live blood cell analysis done, and the guy was blown away that their cells looked like the bottom slide. They were healthy. And he said he just doesn't see that. So he goes through and changes people's diets and all that. And that is important too. Like I said, I have a master's in nutrition, and I believe that it's very important to put the correct building blocks in your body to create healthy cells, but this is profound for increasing the energy inside them. Ooh, anybody have any questions? Just type them in the chat. And don't forget that you can actually go down to the workout center in the Carillon, and they actually have a pod and a machine and an oxygen concentrator, which is wonderful. You can get your own cannula, and if you're breathing in oxygen at the same time you're energizing those cells, they're functioning better and they're grabbing that oxygen.
All right, so first question is, how often do I need to use it to see the results?
Okay, well, like I said, in that study that I did, it was 3 20-minute sessions a week. So that would be perfect if you can do that. If you have it in your home, you're going to want to use it every day. I do. So does Carl.
Yes, so convenient.
So what is the cost for having it in your home?
Well, there's 4 different models.
Yeah, there's 4 models. They start at $69.50 and go to $14,950. And the ones at home are usually the $69.50 to $82.50 model, depending upon which accessories you get with them. And the one I have at my home is the $82.50 one, which is
this.
Which is also this one right here.
It's fully loaded with all the different kinds of software.
And this is the only one I let my friends buy. It's the $82.50 one.
There's also, do we have them here? Cell exciters. There's cell exciters right here. Want to grab those? That come with this machine, and comes with all of them if you want them. And these are actually transducers. You put these actually on your skin. So if you're working on an area that has inflammation, like an elbow or a knee, you can put these directly on it. If you're working on weight loss, you can actually put them where you want them. Yeah. As we all.
My COVID-19.
That's not a good joke to make right now.
Sorry.
But we've all gone through it. I mean, our lifestyles have changed dramatically through this whole pandemic thing, and a lot of people have a little extra weight to lose. I know that Carl's wife went from a 12-14 to a 6'8", And all she changed was adding this in. She already ate pretty well. She exercised 4 days a week, but she was just stuck at that weight. And that happens with a lot of us women. I have half my thyroid. I went through menopause 10 years ago. And I know that you need a little extra help to stay in shape and stay lean.
So how long is each session?
So you can do 10 minutes or 20 minutes. If you can do it, I mean, if you're fairly active, I would go ahead and do 20 minutes. If you're extremely sedentary, I would probably start with 10. It will detoxify your system, so definitely drink more water.
Thank you for touching on a mechanical power plate. We offer that in our club. How could this replace that unit? Does it need to be done in a small room for the sound vibration component?
No, you can put it in any room. It can be in a wide open gym as well. So that there's voice coils in the base. The sound comes up through your feet. You can have the Bose speakers. If you're putting it in a gym environment, you might want one of the Pros. It has a weight capacity of 500 pounds, 550 pounds, and 3 voice coils in the base. You can get them with or without the Bose speakers on the side. The sound reproduction is fantastic. You can actually hook up your phone and play music through this thing, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you'd want the cell exciters in a gym. You'd have to check them in and out of the front. We do have somebody that buys used power plates. He sells used gym equipment. And so that's something, if we need to help you facilitate that and replace it with something like this, that would be great.
Actually, we leave our cell exciters out. I have 3 of these machines in the club, and we just leave them out. Nobody touches them. So we just leave them attached to the machine, and they just use them.
And he has the full deal, you know, with the big plate, the speakers, everything. Nobody's messed with them.
No, they love it.
Few years.
Just gets used all day long, basically, all 3 of them.
All right, can you do the VibraGenix before or after cryotherapy?
Let me think about that. I'd probably do it before. I would think you could do it either way.
Yeah, I don't think cryotherapy affects it all. You know, cryotherapy is really good for moving toxins away from your skin and back again. Okay, and then we can help afterwards, help move that lymph drainage after cryotherapy to do that.
So maybe do it after. I know with working out or extreme athletics or distance running, marathons, anything like that, doing it 10 minutes before and then 10 minutes after your workout, you know, to clear the lactic acid and regain your cell voltage.
Yes.
If I just wanted to use it after a training session for lactic acid, how would I use it?
There you go. Jump on it for 10 or, well, if it's after training, you're obviously workout, might as well get on it for 20 minutes. You'll get your added 2 hours of cardio tacked on there, a little extra cutting and weight loss. And it would get rid of all your lactic acid. I would drink a bunch of water for sure.
So I jump on it. You know, I work out really hard every day, and I don't have a COVID-19, by the way. And so what I do is I start it, and I start the main plate running, and then I turn on frequencies that one of them is called muscle pain, but that also has frequencies that dump lactic acid, and I also run inflammation. So those are 2, because I know if I work out really hard, I've already got little muscle tears and things that I want healed. And I can go back and play really hard again the next day when I do that. It's pretty amazing.
We're still waiting for some more questions.
Anybody else have
Those
questions?
are great questions. Thank you.
Do you want to go to the next slide?
Well, we got one more going right here.
Oh.
If I wanted to go on a program to lose weight only, how many sessions would I need?
So I would do the 3 20-minute sessions because we've proven in a study that works. And everybody that's stuck with the study for at least 11 sessions in that month had just really great results. So 3 20-minute sessions a week. If you have it at home, you can use it every day. I don't recommend going over 20 minutes. You get a lot of detoxification. And if you're going to do a second session, do it later in the day. But it can energize you unless you put on insomnia frequencies and things like that. It can be quite energizing. So if you use it with the frequencies to put you to sleep, you can use it a second time at night. People with chronic fatigue, severe chronic fatigue, I have had buy it, have it at their house, and use it 3 times a day, and it changed their life. They went from being in bed all the time to actually having a functioning life.
How many sessions would be a good start? 12?
That'd be a great start.
Awesome. let's go to the next slide and then we'll keep answering questions as they pop up.
All right, so we're offering a free personalized health assessment form. We're going to get it put on our site. I don't think it's been done quite yet, but it will be shortly. But you can email us or call us, and we'll send you a link, and you can fill out this quick health assessment. And then I'm offering 15 minutes free with me, and we can cover whatever you want, whether it's how this machine can help you or something with
Or weight loss.
weight loss, diet.
How many sessions do you need?
There you go.
And a lot more, by the way, than just those real simple things, because there is more to weight loss than just that.
But I'd be happy to help if somebody has questions or is, really dealing with something chronic or long-term. That's most of the clients that I got over the years. There's ones that had kind of exhausted the medical system and had to come up with any answers. And I think it's just really, really important to integrate, like I said, Eastern, Western, natural medicine into one. Because Western medicine is very much a sickness treatment. They treat the symptoms and not the cause. And what we want is to get your body balanced and healthy so it can heal itself. And you can be vital